The Halo universe is filled with wonder, mystery, and fascinating discoveries around every corner. With so much to explore, three friends decided it was about time that they booted up their consoles and discussed this universe that has grabbed their attention since childhood. JumperScape Audio kindly welcomes you to join them in the library.
Hello everyone, welcome to the library. Hey.
Huh?
How you doing?
I'm here.
You here?
I'm here.
Where's everyone else?
There. Come on.
That's not really with match. That's one of the best things ever. So the software had the weirdest glitch happening right now. Hold on. I'm gonna stop real quick, and if this recording keeps going, you'll know if
No.
Okay. It should be fixed now. Whatever was going on. We're gonna find out real quick. Give me one moment. Yeah, it's fixed.
We did it.
Woo!
I totally helped.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, everyone, as we were saying, James, you're here.
I'm here.
Where's everyone else?
I don't know.
You can reference the same joke you just did if you want.
They're gone.
Last night, Billy burned him in the match. John Tron.
But yeah. Connor still 6 feet under, unfortunately.
Can't come out.
And Shane is currently pursuing his new profession of professional dancer, if you catch my drift.
That's what James C. Burns thought.
Yeah. He felt that was right for him.
He was like, that's not a bad idea, James. But other James, not you, James.
Yeah.
How does it feel having the same first name as Frank Woods?
You know, honestly, it's pretty
It's fucking awesome, man.
fucking awesome, man.
So,
Menendez.
I've been practicing so hard.
Menendez, what the f*** are you doing?
They probably had so much fun recording that.
Hey there, old timer. Ready to rock?
I'm ready to roll, baby.
Oh gosh. So yeah, Shane and Connor aren't here. How unfortunate. I know why Connor's not here. I can't remember why Shane's not here though.
Shane is a season ticket holder.
Oh yeah.
And one of the games on his season ticket package was tonight.
And he's like, you guys are gonna have to record without me. And we're like, that's unfair.
Well, actually, he tried to get us to record last night, but it just wasn't going to work.
No, it wasn't.
So I got to give him credit. He tried to compromise.
Yes. Last night we cooked. We cooked.
We cooked food.
That Alfredo was delicious.
It was pretty good.
We're going to go through these announcements.
Yes.
Because there's a lot.
There's a good amount.
What was that?
I had to clear my throat and then halfway through realized that is not a thing you should do into a microphone.
And also, like, I've never heard of that method before.
It was more like my nose.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, oh my
I was halfway to hawking a loogie, basically.
Not down here, please. It's already bad enough. Not on the mats. Anyway. So yes, yesterday we had a very, very, very long meeting, but we also had Alfredo and we also played WWE. So
that was a good time.
That was a good time.
Austin likes to fluff things up, so he takes a little too long to get to the point sometimes, but it's okay.
What I just say the story.
He's looking at me. No, I mean, that's why the meeting was so
No, I was not fluffing things up and that's why it took so long.
He fluffs a little bit.
A
little bit.
I fluff to accentuate.
That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, there was still a lot of information and a lot to go through.
Yes.
But
all of it was important.
You do fluff a little bit.
I didn't waste any words. I was taught to fluff, and so I will fluff.
Well, I heard I went to the bathroom, and then you were suddenly like, all right, we only got 3 more topics. No, 4 more. Actually, no, there's one more thing.
Yeah, no, because I kept on losing track of the list.
Oh, you didn't just add them off the top of your head?
No, I was.
That's what everybody thought.
No, no, I straight up was forgetting how much we had left. I thought we had 3, and then I thought we had 4, and then I realized I had 7 that I missed, and then we still had to talk about. And so by the time that we were done, I just outright lied.
Yes.
So anyway, the things that we were talking about, great, grand stuff. If you were in the Discord, you already know. So that's unfortunate. You'll have to hear it all again. But first and foremost, congratulations, James. You're now a proud owner of a whole media team.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, the Discord.
Me? Personally?
If you want.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You just gotta tell me what you want, and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I was like, what am I gonna do with a whole media team?
Let me tell you, it's really hard to find something to do every single time they ask for something to do, because I get messages and they're like, hey, what do you want me to do today? And I'm like, dude, I know what you're gonna do tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I tell them all the time, I'm like, I will find something for you to do. Trust me. Just give me a second. I'll figure it out. You'll always have something to do. And now I got to hold to that, and that's hard.
We'll make something up.
So aside from that, this is the list of things that we teased in our announcement today. First and foremost, James,
Me.
you have a new show coming out next month.
Yes. Me and other host who has not appeared yet
Yes.
anywhere. I was just going to wait till she could actually speak. So that's okay. I'll just say it's my show now.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a new show coming.
Yeah, and we'll and there will be an actual full reveal for that said by these two eventually.
Very soon. Very soon.
Very soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Ears.
I can say the release date.
Ooh, say it.
February. February the 23rd.
23rd. That is
a Friday.
Also just a little over a month away.
Yes.
We're so close.
We are so close.
Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Are you scared?
I'm terrified. That's a good thing.
Yes. And you very well should be.
But it's a new project. It's a new project. I think a lot of people really like it.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. I did this in the Discord earlier. It is not Halo related. That's all I'm saying right now. Because I don't want anyone to think another Halo podcast is like, no, this is our Halo podcast.
Yes.
We have this, we got terminals. And lots of audio drama. I consider them separate.
That's fair.
Things.
Well, we're making up the difference on the lack of podcasts this year by a long shot. Which there is a new Halo podcast.
It's for a different type of nerd, and I think there's a lot of crossover, so I think a lot of people enjoy it. And even if you don't, we'll be funny. We'll try our best to be funny. So
it's okay. I can vouch for him. He'll do great.
I'm excited.
It'll be awesome. Next, we have a new season of Tarkov: A Halo Story, season 2, dropping this fall. After a long bit of figuring out the logistics and the back end of things, we finally have the means to actually get it ready by then. Going to push as hard as we can to actually have it ready by then, because there's still a lot to do and there's a lot of little pieces that are difficult to stay in control of. So
first step, start.
We started.
That was a joke.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You're welcome.
We have a new audio drama written by a guy that we've brought on. His Discord handle is Dr. Fingers. But no, he's a great guy, really good writer. I've seen a lot of his work in the past, and he was interested in pitching us a project, and he did a great pitch. And so we're going to be seeing how that goes. We have a new website in development. It's going to be great because, we need one for real.
Did we talk about the website last night?
Yeah. Briefly. It was like a couple sentences.
Okay. Sorry.
There wasn't really
a zone for that bit.
There wasn't really anything to talk about. It was just, we need one. Moving on.
Yep.
We have 2 special episodes of The Library coming soon for the book lovers out there.
For the book lovers. Pretty big deal.
I'm hype.
It's a pretty big deal.
Let's just put it this way. Simon & Schuster really likes us.
It's a pretty big deal.
It's kind of wild that they actually like.
Yeah. I'm kind of a big deal. It's all coming together.
We have 2 brand new machinimas currently starting production.
It's your birthday.
I send that out to everybody. I need everybody to know that. Every time that I know it's someone's birthday, at midnight I'll go,
when I was watching
your birthday?
Emperor's New Groove, like the other day.
Yeah.
That literally killed me when it happened. Because like I zoned for 1 second. I look up and just, it's your birthday. And I'm like,
That movie is golden though.
no, it's so good. What were we talking about?
Our stuff. You know, Nostalgia Critic doesn't like Emperor's New Groove.
Well, he's an idiot.
True.
I'm sorry, Doug, but
Mr. Walker.
your face makes me upset sometimes. Your thumbnails are very upsetting. I think you know this.
Oh yeah.
I think he's got to be a little aware
He probably
that he has some cursed thumbnails.
He's got to be aware of everything.
Well, I watched this video essay that said he's basically just the Neil Breen of YouTube.
That's a good way to put it.
Like,
because he's never improved.
Or like, you know, someone who he made fun of so much, he's the YouTube version of Tommy Wiseau.
Whoa, that's something.
Well, like, okay. They described it as Doug Walker is basically a very untalented guy who puts his all into what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably describes him perfectly.
I mean, it's got to be doing well enough for him to have so many employees. I never thought about it before,
I mean, yeah.
Like, man, I just realized the man does have employees. He's got to be doing something.
But like, he's not a good writer. He's not a good director. He's not good at even for YouTube budget. The VFX he uses sometimes are cartoonishly funny.
Now, I don't want to get into this too much because I know a whole lot about his story. But there are two things to keep in mind. One, Nostalgia Critic was over. It was supposed to be over.
Well, I know he basically got dragged back to do it.
Yeah. And he hated that. He even has, have you watched his short story, the short film that he made that was called, I don't remember what it was, but it was basically when Nostalgia Critic came back and Nostalgia Critic was basically the villain of the story.
I've seen it. It feels so self-important.
I don't know if that's
like it.
I don't know if that's the thing that I'm trying to get. I think
it's the moment at the end where Doug's just like sitting in his chair and he's like, oh, well, you're my creation, you know, and you know, it's your time to go. It's like he's like the Walt Disney of YouTube critics. I don't know how else to describe it.
I think it's more like Nostalgia Critic is the villain and he's trying to get rid of him, but that's neither here nor there. The biggest thing is Channel Awesome doesn't belong to him anymore.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. I think they won't let him stop.
I've also watched a whole documentary about Channel Awesome and all the stuff that's happened.
Oof.
And he's not innocent.
Let's hope that we never have that problem.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, we lost Doug Walker as a potential interview someday. That's probably a thing.
That's fine.
That's fine with
That's
me.
all right.
I don't think there'd be
Halo?
any crossover at all.
No. Well, we were able to find a crossover with James Burns. I don't think we can do one with him, though. Next up. The book club is officially becoming like a semi-press conference sort of thing because they keep on talking to me into leaking things just because they know I talk. And so I'm just going to say from now on, it is basically a press conference. And now I can officially like put my brain in that mode where I don't say things I shouldn't say.
What's a press conference?
You know, it's
everything.
Kind of. Yeah. It's like, hey, what's up in JumperScape?
Oh, I would love a press conference. We should do a press conference.
We'll join on book clubs.
No, I mean, like next week, we should just do library press conference where we just are in a call with as many people in the Discord as possible.
We have a stage channel.
Would that be like one at a time, basically? Can speak?
That would be the case, but that's how press conferences work.
Yeah, I know, because that would be very useful because it'd probably just be, where's Tarkon season 2?
Up your ass. Yeah, so... yeah, we could do that.
Okay, spitting ideas.
Ooh, let's see if we can do that. Next up, we have gotten work towards making game nights more frequent, much more frequent. I'm starting to collaborate with who I would like to call, quote, the people's champions in our server who love to host game nights already. And I'm trying to make them do it more frequently. I know that for the Halo 5 game night, they're hoping that you'll show up at some point because they want your library of games.
That's pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna try. I probably won't be there till like 10:30, 10:45
It happens.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Whoa. Anyway, next up, we have more projects that we're getting collaborations with. This can include stuff like voices appearing in Sins of the Prophets, working on projects with Containment Media and November Black, and working on Evolutions, which we're doing more work for them tonight.
Yeah, we also have a ghost kitchen restaurant themed burgers to every host.
Yes, I want to do something interesting.
Jumper burger. I don't know.
Jumper burger. That's terrible.
Jumper pasta. We do pasta.
Pasta?
Yeah.
Ghost kitchen pasta.
Yeah, it exists.
That sounds disgusting.
It exists.
It still sounds nasty.
Well, I mean, it's probably, here's the thing. It's probably like literally like Olive Garden.
That still sounds, that makes it worse. Actually.
I like Olive Garden. Okay.
I thought you didn't like Olive Garden.
I like it for what it is.
Okay.
I like my breadsticks. I like my salad, and I like my pasta dish. I take 3 bites of and then get full because I ate so much of my breadsticks. Olive Garden is the goat.
See, listen, this is what you do. You get the soup and salad. You get the breadsticks. You dip the breadsticks in the chicken gnocchi.
But I don't like doing that. I like getting pasta and dipping the breadsticks in my pasta sauce. Yeah.
Next up, we have merch. Soon.
No, I was gonna say, whoa.
No.
Whoa. This is new.
No, last night we determined what we would get our merch to be, and we're working on that now as top priority to try to get that out as quickly as possible. We have the means. We have some designs. We just want a full catalog before we launch stuff. So, yes. Next up, we're going to be more JumperScape-ish for the Patreon. For our patrons out there, you have been invaluable, and you're going to keep your current role as a badge of honor, as inspired by James and his intellect.
I had an idea
To bring together a group of remarkable people.
So basically, if you picked your Patreon tier because of the cool Halo name, you will still be able to use that cool Halo name as a role in Discord. So if you were already there, if you want your Halo roles, snatch them up now.
Yes.
Yes. Subscribe to our Patreon if you want a Halo role.
Patreon.com/JumperScape.
Yeah. Plug.
And then all of the new roles, you'll obviously get those, which we still got to figure out how to make all of them JumperScape related, but I'll figure it out. It'll be easy.
It's a little, what is JumperScape related?
Sound, creativity, career paths. So like the top tier is like business class.
Business class.
Inspired by first class airliners. Anyway, next up, we're going to HCS Worlds.
Yeah.
No, one way or another, we're going there.
We're going to try.
Shane might not make it, but it's okay.
We're going to try.
Me, I'm going. I'm going every year.
My girlfriend wants to see the town that Twilight was filmed in, so she's coming too.
That was the reason?
That's Forks, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's played 4 missions of Halo so far. Do you think she was just so hyped about the competitive scene?
Or meeting Keith David. Who knows? He might come back.
Yes.
Whoa.
I hope he comes back.
I would love that. I would love that for you.
Do you think he'd give me a hug?
Yeah. Just you. No one else.
Just me. I turn around and give someone else a hug. I'd come back. Keith.
We had something.
Arbiter. He's like, my name is Keith.
Oh no. Next up. No. The Battle Dudes. We will continue.
Yeah.
There will be some unique stuff probably made along the way that we get bored and we decide to make something fun.
Yeah.
But for now, we play game. That is the entirety of that channel. We've been compared to Badger and we've been compared to Soviet Womble.
They game.
One person commented saying on one of our videos saying that we're like Soviet Womble if we uploaded more than once a year.
Well, when are we getting that mocap suit to be even more like Badge?
Hold on. There is a device turning on that shouldn't be turning on. James, keep them distracted.
I'm concerned because he looked panicked. I'm scared we're going to blow up. Oh, he turned it off. I think it was just a dehumidifier.
It was the dehumidifier.
Okay.
Which doesn't really need to be on anymore considering it is freezing cold and there is no humidity anymore. But
it's actually quite the opposite here right now. It is so dry in the air. I wake up every morning thinking I'm going to die. I'm like fighting for life. I'm like,
now
you're welcome for that.
Here's the thing, the mocap suit thing. Did you see Russian Badger's best of 2023 video?
No.
He starts it with a whole spiel about how much of a blessing it is for him to be able to do this as a career. But he said that he's been working too hard trying to make stuff that's too big. He wants to make more content. And to do that, he's going to try to drop the mocap stuff.
Oh, I like the mocap stuff.
At least as frequently. Because the reason why his videos take so long to make is because he mocaps every joke.
It's so funny.
So he's going to try to make it more of a special thing rather than every video. And that's it. There's more to reveal as time goes on, but that's everything that we had ready to say anyway.
Yeah.
We're a company now. That's interesting.
Did you say that part?
Oh, yeah. We're a company. We're an LLC. JumperScape Media, LLC, all caps. I get letters in the mail about us now.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. It's them being like, hey, you need a poster telling your employees their rights somewhere in your building.
For everyone who's been listening since we were just a group of idiots on a Discord call, genuinely thank you.
Also, how did we hold your attention?
I was trying to be heartfelt and you turned it into a joke.
My bad.
Like, honestly, like this all has meant the world. And it's amazing.
No, for real. I've been utterly confused as to, I've been happy, you know?
Like, I'll be honest, when you came to us with this idea, I thought we'd get like 15 listeners
forever.
And that would be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
I was like,
you were sold on that, huh?
I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't think we build a little community.
Well, that's the thing. You're always down to clown with whatever it is I want to do.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because I usually have things going on all the time.
And now it's opened up a way for me to clown into the stars because now I'm now starting like my own podcast on a subject matter that I've loved for a long time. And I've always wanted to have some kind of project where I get to do something with this genre. It's another hit. It's a whole genre.
Yeah, I remember this for a long time too. You've been talking about wanting to do something with this genre for years.
And now it's just like, I have the means. I didn't know where to start. And now I know where to start.
Praise the Lord. Ain't that great?
Praise the Lord.
Also on our Discord, you can find the not early art. This is just the final art of Tarkov Season 2. The promo poster.
Yeah, it's there.
It's really cool looking.
Uh-huh.
It has both of our characters on it,
yeah.
aiming guns at each other. It's just like our real friendship.
Yeah. Is there anyone who's like listened to both Library and Tarkov and they're probably not going to be able to take me seriously anymore?
They can hardly take me seriously.
Exactly.
No, yeah, they, well, actually, no. I think for them, it's sort of like when you find your favorite actor who's like from a video game or something, and they're just laughing, having a good time in an interview. You're like, oh, he's a fun guy. And he can get down and serious.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, now I just appreciate him more when he gets down and serious.
Yeah, but my character's pretty pathetic.
Is he?
I think so. I think he's kind of a sad story.
I mean, he's a sad story, but I mean, he stood up to Parangoski in her face.
He did. He did, but he also didn't have a leg to stand on.
No, but he did outsmart her.
That's true. But he also got punished with probably the worst punishment imaginable other than Midnight Facility.
Yep. But at least he got to keep the shinies. And he's permanently friends with the Sangheili guy. Ain't that just kind of like your dream?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, he's literally me.
Speaking of Sangheili guys,
whoa,
it's time to talk about the episode.
What a segue. Tell me.
First, if you want to join us on our Discord, you go to discord.gg/JumperScape. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/JumperScape or go to ko-fi.com/JumperScape. You can support us directly. Thank you very much. Juul Mpoda.
Use coffee?
One person.
Thanks, one guy.
It's Gunny.
Thanks, Gunny.
He's a regular in our server. He's great.
What a gentleman.
So, Juul Mdama.
Mdama.
Loki. One of the best villains we never got to experience.
I heard Loki as Loki, and I was like, where are you going with this?
He's Loki. But no, for real. I mean, we just went through his whole story just to recap on it before we started. And he's so interesting.
And it's kind of frustrating because you really only experience him in Spartan Ops and Halo Escalation.
Don't forget that for intro cutscene to Halo 5.
I wasn't even going to talk about that because it's not really experience. It's more just like, honestly, if you didn't play Spartan Ops, you're like, oh, that elite looks like he's important.
Oh, he's dead. Never mind.
Yeah. Like, I might be misremembering. He doesn't show up in the campaign.
In Halo 4?
Yeah.
Nope.
So yeah, if you didn't play Spartan Ops, the beginning of Halo 5, you're like, Juul Mpoda, he must be some just important Covenant guy.
Yeah.
Which granted, yeah, that is what he is.
But there's more to it.
But there's more to it.
It's not even the real Covenant. He's basically using the Covenant as a mockery name.
Yeah.
Because he's not even religious in the slightest.
He's more just after Forerunner power.
Because he's like, these shinies are cool.
Like, that's the wildest thing is apparently he just puts on an act to keep all these followers in line.
Yeah. But he stopped believing way back in the schism.
And, you know, he went to the Arbiter and he's like, so like, you're cool, but are we going to kill all the humans soon? And then the Arbiter's like, no.
Concert of Worlds.
Yes. And Juul's like, lame. And he made his own covenant that is apparently called the Storm Covenant.
Yeah.
Allegedly. They called it that, but they never called it that in the game. So they just called it the Covenant.
Yeah.
I guess I'd say you would call it Juul Mpoda's Covenant. Would even be a more accurate name, but hey.
You know, we for fun, one day we should do a segment or just a whole episode of the library, but do it like drunk history. We just try to tell the history of the Human Covenant War, but while heavily intoxicated.
So there's this planet. It's named after like farming seasons. Harvest.
Yeah, you're talking Harvest, like Contact, the book.
Yeah, some big monkey went there. And
and
he found humans. And then
another monkey killed that monkey.
And then billions of people died.
The end. But yeah, Juul Mpoda.
There's this green guy who jumps really high, and he saved everybody with his dinosaur friend.
So I want to give this first fact because I don't think that I didn't know about this until today. Juul Mpoda was happily married and had 2 kids.
I want everyone here to know Juul Mpoda.
Juul Mpoda is a traditionalist.
Yes.
He conforms to the
That's my mistake.
Marriage.
He makes love.
Oh gosh, Juul Mpoda does come off as the kind of guy that's, you know, crazy when he's at the dictatorship, but really, really kind as husband and father.
He's like, "Go, come here, Pookie Bear. Let's watch a movie." It's just 3 hours of a Marine getting tortured.
Now that's good stuff.
That's good stuff. I wish I thought to use plasma tweezers like that.
Plasma tweezers. Not too far off with the Halo TV show having like energy fingernails.
Energy fingers. Man. When she pulled out the energy fingers, I was so mad. That whole season just had things that made me mad because I'm like, Like literally the happiest moment of my life was the Prophet's like when like kind of giggling as she left her room and then being like, oh yes, when she gets us what we want, we can finally just kill her. And I'm like, thank God they don't actually think she's some goddess or something.
For real. Jeez. But then it's all ruined when like all three.
I'm mad because I'm gonna force myself to rewatch season 1 before season 2 just to refresh my brain. Yeah,
dude,
I do that for every show I like.
Are you guys coming over to my house to watch this?
Well, I just said show I like. That's not what I meant to say. Every show I watch is Halo, so I'm gonna watch it. That's just how it works.
Are you coming over to watch the show?
Hey there, Halo fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our friends right after these messages.
What days is it airing?
It is airing on.
What if it's Wednesdays?
Yeah, no, it is Wednesdays.
Or are we moving to Monday?
Maybe, I don't know. We're still working that out.
I was saying it'd be convenient if we had watching the Halo episode as our pre-ritual.
True. But yeah, we'll have to work on that.
We'll have to work
actually,
on it.
It might be the 8th. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what happens. I just know that we have guests that are going to join us to react to the first episode.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, actually, this isn't something that we need to tease. You want to know who's joining us?
Who?
Halo guy is coming back,
Halo guy.
and 00.
0-0.
Both of them, yeah, they're both.
Don't they both heavily disagree?
That's why I want them on.
That's amazing. I want a Halo guy to be like, oh, hell yeah. And I want 00 to be like, ugh. Great impressions.
He did interview Pablo Schreiber though, so he does have a pretty good perspective on
That is
things.
true.
Yeah.
And I know he was optimistic for season 2, so.
Well, I was too. I'll put it that way.
I still am. I knew they were still going to show Chief's face.
I'm not worried
I still want to know why he's not dead.
True. It's been 6 months. Who cares?
I hope they answer that.
I'm more upset at a lot of other things about it though.
I know, but I am way more upset that I mean, obviously maybe we'll know why he's not dead and it'll make sense. Maybe
Cortana is just.
Did he speak in the trailers at all? No, he did.
I don't remember him speaking.
I'm pretty sure he did.
It'd be so funny if he was just being piloted while being dead.
Like, what if he like takes off his helmet? Like he will. What if he's just like, what if like the entire show he's just
deadpan, quote, poking at it, funny. Deadpan. I need more rum. We still have this thing.
It's fun.
So Juul Mdama. I want to go back to that before we go away.
Juul Mdama.
Do you remember that one time in Halo? What was it? No, it wasn't Halo. It was we were playing. No. We were playing Battlefront, and we ran into somebody named Kuvu Mdama. Kuvu, and you were like Puvu, and I was like, no, Kuvu, and he was like, oh, that's much better.
It is better.
Kuvu Mdama.
It's better than Puvu.
But yeah, Juul Mpoda had a wife and 2 kids. You know, the wife's dead.
Sorry.
Dead, killed.
Yep.
Both of his kids are alive, I think.
Maybe.
One of them at least was like, my dad's crazy, ain't he?
That's just my old man.
But basically, story of the Mdama, the Didact's hand, if you will. It's kind of a simple one. You can feel free to interrupt me at any time if I miss anything.
Okay.
But the general idea of his story is that like the schism happens and he's like, this is stupid, and leaves during the schism like every other Sangheili did, and dropped the E from his name because he was originally Juul Mdama E, which is just funny.
It's hard to say.
It's a good time.
Juul Mdama E.
Yeah, Mdama E. So he drops that. He's just Mdama. He was a shipmaster, by the way. So he was quite a guy, quite a Sangheili. Let's say so myself.
What a guy.
And so, after all of this, he forms a new covenant but he uses religious fanaticism against them because he's not religious at all.
Yes. He uses it for power.
Yes, and it works very well. He has a massive force, a huge force. We're talking CAS class cruisers. Like we're cooking. He's cooking is what I'm saying. So, following all of this, the first thing that we see him do would be the things that happened with Oni and such. There were some unfortunate circumstances with Oni capturing him, and he, didn't hold them for very long, and eventually got out, and he found the coordinates to a place called Requiem. And he goes to Requiem. And when he goes to Requiem, he's there because he's trying to find Forerunner things, and he finds the Forerunner thing, the Didact.
The only real Forerunner thing left.
Yeah, so much that did, however long he was there for, a couple days maybe.
He's quite a guy.
Yeah. Pretty easy to take out, all honesty.
Yeah. Kind of went out like a bitch.
I'm just
couple
saying,
times.
You get through his army, and what's left? Just some guy that gets taken out by a pulse grenade.
He's got
Let's
floaty
go.
powers.
Yeah, like the Force.
Bro literally had the Force.
We're not going to talk about how he was just force choking Chief over the cliff.
Time was your ally.
What are you doing?
That's not my neck.
That's not my throat. Your will is strong. We got to watch the entirety of Starcade again at some point.
It's a good series.
It's really good. I especially loved how it was supposed to be a weekly series, but it turned into a
thing that took him like 4 years.
Yeah. So after we get to Requiem, he is obviously trying to find the way to awaken the Didact. He does that. And so after all of that, that's when he gets the Infinity to come back and deploy the Spartans, because he needs to get something on board the Infinity. This being a cool little Forerunner relic that Dr. Glassman is like, this is wicked cool. And he gets zapped into it because he's an idiot, actually.
Yeah.
Which Halsey confirms he's an idiot.
He's pretty dumb.
And so Glassman gets pulled into this thing and goes to Requiem and is forced to try to open this neat little thing that should allow the Didact's hand.
Just Glassman.
We don't like Glassman that much.
I hate him.
But he's trying so hard.
His glasses, whack. His haircut, whack.
His bomb vest, whack.
His voice, whack.
Jeez. I mean, his voice is pretty annoying. Yeah. It is pretty darn annoying because he's got the stereotypical scientist voice.
I don't speak Sangheili.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Sangheili.
Well, he says it wrong too. He's like Sangheili.
Well, that is Dr. Glassman for you.
Is that how you pronounce? What if that's just how you pronounce the
No, he
Sangheili
absolutely
language?
said it wrong. He absolutely said it wrong.
Okay, thank God.
It's just Sangheili.
He's like Sangheili.
Just weird. He's just a weird guy. I'm looking forward to Epitaph just to see if the voice actor for the Didact says anything egregiously wrong, and we have to be like, it's okay. He voiced the Didact. So,
Epitaph.
Juul Pod.
Juul Pod. This is the Juul Pod.
Yes, the Didact's hand, the Juul Pod.
The Juul Pod. Is he Virginia tobacco or menthol?
He's in secret cahoots with Dr. Halsey because Halsey is a conniving little minx. And so
I'm sorry. You calling her a minx made me cringe.
What exactly?
Unbelievably hard.
I only say the word. I don't know what that word actually means. Hold on. Let me see what that word actually means. Minx is an American comedy television series created.
Oh, Urban Dictionary, dingus.
All right. Minx definition. What
is it?
An impudent, cunning, or boldly flirtatious girl or young woman. She's not young.
She's not boldly flirtatious either, unless it's Halo Legends.
She's cunning.
She's cunning.
That's it.
Don't make a girl promise.
Why'd you have to do the whole motion that she does in Halo Legends?
Because like I said, Halo Legends. She's a minx, I guess.
She does get rather flirtatious with them, and that's just weird, dude.
Like, that's like your mom.
But what are we to expect? They probably gave those guys like zero context on what the characters actually were.
Yeah.
So Juul Mdama is hanging out with Halsey now because he got her. He was able to get her down to the thing that he was at, and she opens this neat little portal that accesses the librarian AI, and the librarian AI is like, dude, I got this sick puzzle pieces. And Halsey takes them both, but Juul, because his reaction speed is nuts, catches Halsey by the arm and takes one half. It's like, what the hell is this? And Halsey is like, I have no idea, hiding the other one close to her chest.
Something crazy.
This, of course, is when the Spartan kill squad shows up. This scene is insane. So the Spartan kill squad shows up, but only one of them is there to actually kill her. And Palmer pulls off this sick tilted shot.
She literally just goes,
yeah, just whips it, leans, hits Halsey in the shoulder. Terrible aim. And so, Halsey gets hit. Juul uses a knight to pull them to safety, and heavily questions whether or not he keeps Halsey around. Of course, he keeps Halsey around during this consideration for a very long time. So I guess it wasn't that big of a problem. And so together, Halsey is like, I want revenge. And, she doesn't really try all that hard for revenge, not going to lie. They try now to go and find, with the Janus key, first they have to find the other half, which eventually they do. They have to find this thing that was called the Absolute Record. The Absolute Record is a record of everything that has ever been made by the Forerunners.
I wish we got a little sitcom of Juul and Halsey just hanging out on the ship. Him being annoyed that she's not doing anything.
That'd be really funny, especially with the context of some of the novels with how Halsey lives in her offices.
Yeah.
Like her offices are canonically always covered with styrofoam coffee cups.
Amazing.
She doesn't clean them up. They're just everywhere.
What a dirty lady.
So
what a minx.
Oh gosh. And they're usually half drank. That's the part that annoys me. So what I'm saying is, James, when you leave half drank drinks in my house and I have to clean them up, I don't like it. This is
dump them out in the sink. I'm sorry.
This is an intervention.
I'm sorry.
You just leave them there, man.
That's because I forget.
Like, just take them with you when you walk out.
Because I forget.
You forgot your hat here yet. You forgot your water bottle here last week. Yesterday. Last day.
Last day.
And your girlfriend forgot her water bottle too. Wait,
no, she didn't.
No, Shane did.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Your boyfriend. His water bottle. Y'all forget stuff at my house too much. You got to keep inventory of your things.
I don't feel like it.
That's fair. I can't take that from you. So they find the Absolute Record.
They find the Absolute Record.
And the Absolute Record, it has an AI, and this AI is like, listen, I'll let you all in, but you got to prove to me that you're actually worthy of seeing this stuff. All right. So here's what you're going to do. All right. So you're going to tell me what you would do if you were given the circumstances. Would you or would you not take a sentient race and just kind of melt them down for resources that are necessary to stop the flood? Now, this has nothing to do with the fact that that's what the Didact did. And that I'm likely an AI made by the librarian. That's besides the point. Don't worry about it. But I just need an answer. And so Juul Mpoda is like, well, you probably want me to say that I wouldn't do that. So I'm going to say that in his head. I would totally do it. And Halsey's just like, yeah. Halsey is an interesting person. And so the AI is like, okay, interesting. Well, secretly, both answers were correct. Quote, maybe. And so he's like, all right, well, last test. All right. Would you or would you not just straight up eviscerate and incinerate the people that are in the other room? Like, would you just burn them out so you could get this stuff? And Juul is on his way to be like, absolutely. And Halsey's just like, and just shuts off the AI because she's Halsey and she can do stuff like that. And so they managed to do that. And they
nerf Halsey.
Yeah, really, for real. They did. They cut off her arm.
Good point.
So You could say they disarmed her. So that's a WWE move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that because I told you that.
Exactly yesterday. So all this leads to them getting nothing because Halsey and Juul are not actually friends, really. And Juul ends up, because there was a mutiny inside of his own forces, ends up having to actually glass the absolute record. And so glassing it means nobody gets it. And the entire plot of Spartan Ops is completely pointless.
Woohoo.
Woo! But the comics are pretty cool.
They're pretty neat.
Now, whether or not the plot is actually pointless, I mean, you have moments in war where we're like, we want this. The thing that we want is destroyed now. Dang it. But the whole story to get there was pretty cool. Yeah. Sometimes the purpose is to destroy the thing, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Then he died.
We're not there yet.
I thought we were.
Almost. So he's on Kamchatka.
For those of you who don't remember, that's where he was on screen for like literally 30 seconds.
And
then he died.
Then he dies.
He had like 4 lines, and one of them was just kill them. And then the slowest elites that could possibly exist,
Zealots, supposedly,
lumber towards Spartans trying to do something, and then awkwardly fall off of mountains like cartoon characters.
Yep. And so Juul was, he was there.
Yeah, he was also there until he wasn't.
He's kind of just a footnote in Halo 4's
and it makes me kind of sad.
Like, I've thought about it a lot. It's sort of like how Star Wars for a little bit there was, and still is, really uncomfortable with having a villain for longer than one movie.
That was definitely what I would call a prequel problem.
Yes, but it is also a sequel problem because we're switching villains.
That's true.
Every movie.
Well, then they try to retroactively be like, it's been Palpatine all along.
And that's really my point is...
He is technically
the
only overarching evil.
Even though he's not really actually in the first film of that trilogy at all. Like, you could try watching it. There's not a single sign of him being in control of anything.
Yeah.
But besides the point, it was planned from the start. Trust me, guys. The Halo games have a similar kind of issue where Halo 4, the villain was the Didact. Oops, he's dead. Halo 5, the villain was, I guess, Cortana, Warden Eternal. I don't know. Oops, they're gone. Kind of. They're in control now. I wonder where that's going to go. I don't know. Read some books. Halo Infinite. It's Atriox. Eshram.
No, really, it's more Eshram.
And he dies.
And he dies.
Atriox is alive with Mendicant bias.
I can excuse Eshram because he's clearly supposed to be, or the plan was a prelude to Atriox as the main enemy of the next story.
Even though Halo Wars 2 was not mentioning anything about that, anyone at all being that close to Atriox.
Yeah.
He's not even, like, I was hoping that he was going to end up being the one brute in the cutscenes that looks like old and grizzled, but that's just Decimus.
They explained,
or Eshram.
Well, in Shadows of Reach, Eshram is, I mean, like, here's the thing.
He's cool in Shadows.
It's not a like stretch to say he's been there all along as Atriox's, right hand. Well, that's just because Atriox in Halo Wars 2 doesn't go, we have to get back to my best friend Eshram.
Well, it's more than that. It's more like we got a full profile on Atriox, and supposedly Eshram is the one who trained Atriox, who brought him up in the rebellion part of things. And that's not mentioned anywhere in his story.
You see, there's this thing called a retcon.
Yeah. And
where you retroactively change something about a story.
The thing that bothers me, though, is that 343 doesn't like those.
Yeah. And honestly, here's the thing. I'm just saying it don't bug me because it's pretty minor, all things considered.
It's minor, except it affected directly how interesting the villain plot was of Infinite. I don't care about Eshram.
Me neither. I do wish it was just Atriox.
That'd be so much cooler. I wouldn't want to kill him. But I would
No.
want to take on his lieutenants or something, make Escharum a lieutenant, but Atriox is still the big bad. Because basically, here's what ends up happening. Okay, what happens in my brain is they just copied Destiny 2. The exact same plot happens in Destiny 2.
Oh, it's okay. I have no idea what happened in Destiny 2.
But that's the thing, for the people that know what happens, it just sounds like they're copying Bungie, which is just not a great look. Because in Destiny 2, the first story, granted, Bungie did the horrible thing and actually just deleted the original campaign. You can't play it anymore. But in Destiny 2, there's a character by the name of Gary. His name is Gaul. It's just, there's a joke that his name is Gary. And Gaul is the big bad. He's going to take down the Guardians and he's going to steal their light. Your light is mine, kind of vibe. But he does all of this. And then it's revealed that it's like, he's actually got a lieutenant who is actually the one who raised him. It's basically his father, but not his dad sort of vibe. And then Gaul dies. And you're like, whoa. And then the new guy, the guy that's like his lieutenant and everyone thinks is a rinky-dink little insignificant speck, is actually the big bad for the next 7 years. And so Atriox being retroactively removed after being in there for one cutscene, as I would think as just Atriox is here. Don't you remember him from the really cool and good cutscenes of Halo Wars? You should come play this game. Oops, he's gone. It bugs me for that reason. It's smaller than just they could have had Atriox in there. It's a much larger web of things that decision created.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I talk a lot.
Yes, you do.
It's because I have a lot to explain.
But the thing is, like I said, I was more just saying Escherum's existence as a character doesn't bug me.
No.
Not that his use in Infinite didn't.
You think Infinite would have been more fun with Juul's Covenant?
Maybe.
Because I was down to have the Banished as a Halo Wars enemy.
Me too. The Banish is really cool. But I love the religious fanaticism aspect of the Covenant. That's what I think made them so unique.
Mm-hmm. And the Banished is just mega atheist.
Yes. They're essentially cracked out space pirates.
Basically. And they apparently have the strongest fleet ever.
Yeah. And that's really cool.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. It doesn't scratch the same itch as the Covenant does.
Even the Storm Covenant was really interesting.
Like, yeah, they're still like the politics.
And they're trying to go after Forerunner artifacts. It's a lot of the classic vibe of Halo. It's just, it was in a weird package. And I think that's what it was. It might have been 343 over adjusting that they got rid of Juul.
And like, I get it. You don't want to further devalue the ending of Halo 3 by having the Covenant just keep existing.
Yeah. It's fish. It's fish.
It's fish.
But I don't know. I've thought about it a lot, how much more I would have loved at least getting to experience Juul a little bit more in the games. Or at least getting the chance to fight him. I mean, we have bosses all over Halo Infinite. It would have been cool to have Juul as the final boss instead of Big Man McGee.
If we could have at least had him as a boss in that level in Halo 5.
Yeah, that was a cool little intro because Halo 5 had bosses too.
Have him be like hard to kill and, like actually look like a threat.
What'd be really fun is if they bought into the whole, how strong, how strongly annoying Halo 5's legendary could have been, and just kind of be like, make him super OP and make him almost annoying to play against on legendary. You'll have people's attention for a long time as like, the canon people, the lore people will be arguing, no, this is just how he fights. And then the speedrunning people will be like, this is bullshit. Bullshit. Because really, that's kind of how you keep people's attention with Halo, is you try to create conversations between the different communities. And Juul isn't in those conversations for a reason. He's just not around.
He's just Juul.
My good old pal Juul Pod.
Love you, buddy.
Juul Mpoda. If you want Juul and Mdama back in Halo, hit that like and subscribe button
right now. And join the notification squad.
Yeah.
Hit the bell icon.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, with that all out of the way, there's really not much else. Unfortunately, Juul's story is not long enough to really talk more about it. So
well,
kind of stuck
we
with
still
that.
got a quiz show and a Q&A,
Which
should fluff out the runtime
our quiz guest, unfortunately, has not messaged me back. So their position is forfeit. And I couldn't get anybody to replace him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. It's just how it goes. It's that showbiz, baby.
Does that mean...
Oh, it's
I have
you.
to do it?
It's you. It's you.
Okay.
You want to actually earn your 500 credits this time?
I should have 1,000 if I get it.
Well, maybe this time you'll win. It's all right. So,
I want everyone to know he legit has not sent me 500 credits. This is actually this is a contentious issue in my brain.
what, are we going to have a conversation about it after we're done here? For real?
I won. Fair and square.
But Connor won. He's not here to defend himself. That's not fair.
From what?
Are you ready?
Just bring it on.
Okay. Bring it on. Do you want your same button? It's really touch sensitive.
Well, I mean, I don't have to race Connor.
True. I forgot about that. There you go. And now it's not happening anymore. Hit the record scratch.
Oh, okay.
All right. Are you ready to win 500 credits?
Yeah.
Halo 2 released in
2004.
Wow, I didn't even get to say the answers yet, dude.
I'm testing myself.
Yeah, it's 2004. Good job.
Hit the A button now.
Halo 2 was the first game to have fuel rod cannons, phantoms, or plasma rifles.
Phantoms.
Good job. Halo 2's E3 demo contained this feature that didn't make it into the final game. Is it dual wielding, the semi-auto battle rifle, or vehicle boarding?
That would be the semi-auto battle rifle.
Halo 2's biggest contribution...
Is this Halo 2 themed?
Yes. Halo 2's biggest contribution to gaming was inventing the digital couch, introducing Forge, or having a great campaign.
Wait, but it has a great campaign.
Yeah, but is that his biggest contribution to gaming?
Well, no, it's the digital couch. Whoa. Hit both at the same time from now on. That is my demand.
In Halo 2, who said the line, "Why was it not destroyed with the rest of their fleet?" Was that the Prophet of Truth, the Prophet of Regret, or the Prophet of Mercy?
That was the Prophet of Mercy.
Did you change it to Regret at the
You
end?
looked at me weird. You were like, and you were hovering over what I thought was the wrong button.
No, it was Mercy.
Okay, I thought so. Don't do the psychotic games with me.
But it's so much fun. That's why I keep on gaslighting you about Connor. I mean, he won. So this skull can only be found on every difficulty in Halo 2. Is it blind, iron, or tilt?
On every difficulty?
Every difficulty.
Can only be found
On every difficulty. Yeah. Can be found on every, I don't know why I put only. Can be found on every difficulty.
What's tilt again?
Tilt is the one that changes it so that the weaknesses are stronger and the strength are stronger. So shields have a stronger defense against bullets, but have a weaker, like they're even weaker to plasma.
Tilt?
Social credit deducted.
Sorry, buddy. It's blind.
I didn't know.
Do you know what blind does?
It takes off the HUD.
Good job. You made it back. Every other skull can be only acquired on easy, heroic, or legendary.
Only?
Every other skull can only be acquired on easy, heroic, or legendary.
See, I didn't know Halo 2 was built like this.
Halo 2 is freaking annoying sometimes.
See, I didn't know it was built like this, so that my brain is telling me, why would it be anything but legendary?
Is that your final
Yes.
answer, sir?
Okay, I was like,
It is the most annoying thing on the planet.
I was like, it'd be random as hell to be on heroic, and while I could see easy, it's Halo 2. There's no way.
True or false? Halo 2 has a feature that Halo Infinite doesn't.
Definitely true.
It's true. But
I could probably think of like 5.
give me.
Primary color, secondary color, playable elites, a linear story that is good. That was more of an opinion, but a linear story.
Yes.
And split screen campaign.
Okay, good job. Yeah, mine was just the ability to choose your colors.
You're welcome.
Hey there, Halo fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our friends right after these messages.
Halo 2 was strangely rumored to be ported to the Wii, the PlayStation, or the Nintendo DS.
I don't know, but I'm going to say DS because that'd be funny. Why?
For some reason, internally, there was a build of Halo 2 that was ported
I knew there
to
was
DS.
I knew there was a build of a Halo game. I didn't know which one.
And it's playable. You can find it these days, as far as I'm aware.
That's beautiful. I used to play Call of Duty 4 on my DS. Shout out if anyone's ever played that.
Is it good?
I liked it. Good? I don't think so. It probably wasn't. But I didn't have many other Call of Duties at the time.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it was underneath the radar of Bungie. They commented on it. They're like, okay, so we've seen it, but it was never approved by us. Because they denied it twice. And then the third time they're like, yeah, we saw that all right. So, last question.
Okay.
The last mission of Halo 2 has you playing as the Chief or the Arbiter?
That would be the Arbiter.
You got all of them right. Congratulations. You get 500 credits.
1,000.
What? Why?
Because I won the last one.
No, that was Connor.
No.
Connor won. He gets 500 credits.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why do you want to?
Did you send him 500 credits?
No.
Should be happy the answer was no.
So, now that we've wrapped that up, you know what time it is now, James?
What time?
Oh, it's Q&A time,
It's
baby.
Q&A time.
It's Q&A time.
It's Q&A time.
So
Question and answer.
true. Also, for our Patreon members, before
So
we get into the
true.
Q&A, kind of a fun thing. There's something that we've added to the Discord that you might need to look at if you haven't seen it yet. There's a special channel just for you guys to talk to us directly. You can just talk to either each other, or you can toss us ideas on what you want the library episodes to be. We've gotten a couple really good ideas that I, for some reason, did not think about. So that's very helpful. Very cool. We aren't using you for content. That would just be mean. I'm using them for content.
Wow, how could you do that?
Pretty easily. And actually, all we're doing is just fulfilling dreams, dude.
Hey, but we get to say your name into a microphone, and that makes everybody happy.
You know, you didn't have to give that social commentary on the current state of things, but it's very true.
See, but the thing is, I think we have a pretty tight knit little community going. I don't feel like it's a completely parasocial relationship. I feel like we speak to everybody enough.
No, we do. We play video games with them.
Yeah.
Like, we hang out, we play the games, we have the good time. Yeah.
Now, maybe one day, if all goes well, that will be literally nearly impossible.
Yeah.
But I hope that never happens. I hope it's always possible. Because I love you guys.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to get sappy again. What's the first question?
From Finlay 1986, ya boy. That's the whole username. That was impressive.
Your boy.
Whoa. That was a nice voice.
Thank you. Nice
Ya boy.
voice.
Nice voice. Was the primordial the grave mind? You want to answer that, James?
Not really.
Okay. Yes.
Kind of.
Moving on. He was.
But kind of.
Well, it's a kind of, but it's real. Like, the primordial became the grave mind.
I thought there was multiple grave mines. Well, I guess it's all a one hive mind. So,
But even then, the grave mine in Halo 3 is the primordial.
oh, the grave mine.
The grave mine. It's terrifying too. You can find more details about that on Halopedia. It's a interesting debated topic. I just say yes, he is. But it's a debated up in the air sort of conversation. But I think it's not an arguable topic. Next, Lactation of Regret asks, if we talk about fictional characters in notable games, which character would make the best Spartan 4 out of the following? Isaac Clarke from Dead Space, Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, Jack Cooper from Titanfall 2, Han Solo from Star Wars, or Gordon Freeman from Half-Life?
I'm picking Arthur Morgan because it'd be really funny.
You know Shane would pick it too.
Just be like, that Atriox fella, you gotta get out of here.
This is Fire Team Vanderland. Unironically, Jack Cooper.
Cool.
He was ingenuitive. Dude learned how to be a pilot in a day.
Yeah, he did do that.
I mean, granted, he was trained, I guess, by Captain,
That one.
that guy that died in the first mission.
That guy. Man, I need to play Titanfall 2's campaign again. It's really
so
good.
You know what? I might play it too. You want to just play it at the same time in a party?
Maybe.
Cool. Dark Matter Whiskey, parentheses lactating John, asks, this one's for the milk. What is your favorite weapon for each faction in the Halo universe?
For each faction.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I'll get us counted down. Humanity.
Are we counting Prometheans and Forerunners as different factions?
I was going to do that.
Okay.
The Saw.
Humanity.
Mm-hmm. I just freaking love it. It's attractive.
Shotgun.
I
like it's satisfying.
Which one though?
If I had to pick specifically, design, Halo Reach.
It's pristine.
Performance. The Halo 5 shotgun is so goated.
It's busted. There's something wrong with that thing. Somebody missed a 0 or something. Forerunners. So this is like this, yeah, Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo Infinite. Yeah.
Hard to say. I like that wacky little pistol in Halo Legends. That thing looks cool.
That thing looks awesome.
But I've never gotten to use it in a game, so I can't say that.
It was going to be in Halo 4, but they canceled.
I will say probably I'm going to be boring. It's the Sentinel Beam.
It's the Sentinel Beam. Let's be real. It's too iconic.
I was thinking of the Cinder Shot because I think it looks and sounds really cool. But I like my Sentinel Beams going.
Plus, like the arcane Sentinel Beam in Halo Infinite,
it's disgusting.
You put Marines in a Razorback with that thing, you will win the game. Prometheans, light rifle.
It's probably the Halo 5 light rifle.
It's ridiculous, but it also looks so clean, so sleek.
I like the sounds it makes.
I like that it's a triangle.
Close second would be a binary rifle.
That's fair.
I like it. And a scatter shot's probably tied with the for second.
Cool.
Suppressor and bolt shot can go away.
The Covenant.
You already know.
Is it going to be the sword?
Energy sword, and I'm going to pick a runner-up that's actually a gun.
Rifle.
Plasma rifle.
Yep.
I'm so mad.
You want it back so bad.
Not come back. I know it's not the best gun in most Halo games it appears in, but when I play CE, it's like my favorite thing.
I just don't get it personally.
Shreds people.
Because like the plasma rifle is the second most iconic weapon in Halo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that 343 really loves the Needler?
I love the Needler too. Don't get me wrong, but like, can we stop assault rifling our plasma rifles? Like, can we just go back plasma to wacky, repeater, weird two birds kissing?
Storm rifle, the plasma, whatever it's called, in
plasma carbine. No. Pulse carbine.
Pulse carbine. Yeah, it's just a storm rifle, but
burst and burst tracks.
It's
Barely.
just weird. It should have been different. Anyway,
I just bring back the plasma rifle, please.
and take away the tracking weapons.
Yeah.
I don't care that there's only like 3. I don't like them being there. The Needler had a cool niche. Let it keep the niche.
And the plasma pistol charged up. I love the plasma
It's
pistol.
so
too.
cool. I hate that they made it so it doesn't EMP anymore.
It's dumb.
I'm like, why?
They wanted to carve out the niche for the electric weapons.
Like, if it's still
Which-
EMPs, why doesn't it EMP?
Are we counting those into Covenant weapons in terms of category?
What?
The electric based weapons.
No, that's banished.
So that's banished.
Yes.
We're getting there.
We're getting to the banished. That's Halo Infinite, basically exclusive. Which mine is a shock rifle. It's just so cool.
Skewer.
Ooh. That thing is fun. I'll throw in an extra bonus one. The random wacky old time human weapons that show up in not just the TV show, but also in the books. Mine is the Desert Eagle.
Very epic.
How about you? Are you a fan of the weird sci-fi AK-47s of season 1 Halo TV show?
I kind of am.
No.
Tell anybody.
I changed my mind. I like the weird insurrectionist version of the Vector they had.
That's pretty cool too.
They were awesome. They had short mags and shot way too many rounds.
I like them. I can't help it. And the 2011 Ford F-150.
Dude, here's the thing. I would be down for that if we weren't 500 years in the future. Like, it should have had at least a little bit of futurism added to it.
Yeah, maybe.
More kit bashing at least, and not just here is the AK platform next to this Ford.
This is not a desert planet. This, in fact, is New Mexico.
I mean, the weaponry is just like, this is Afghanistan. Next, Kai Ronner, he changed his name because he likes Connor, asks, do you think the Halo show would have been better if it was another Spartan or unit that made contact with the artifact versus John? Or do you think the show only quote unquote works because of who John is?
I think the show would have been a lot less offensive to my brain if it was just another Spartan team and John was a side character.
I think I would have been less offended if it just had nothing to do with Halo whatsoever. Like, it was called Halo, but it's the Silver Timeline, so none of the characters that I know are there. It's just all new people. Maybe the same story.
I don't mind Halsey and the way she's portrayed.
Halsey was fine. She was the only one that was okay, though.
And honestly, I forget the actor's name. The guy who plays Keys.
Like, he plays them all right.
I like his character. Yeah, I think he's cool.
Yeah, his character's all right. It's just there are certain things about Keys that I know that it's just like, man, you're not Keys. He wouldn't have a beard. That's not what Keys does. Keys is too formal for that.
Yeah, but he probably had a beard for another role.
I figured as much. It's just, you know, I care too much about this stuff to like the show. That's the problem. I know it's mostly a me problem, but the me problem is also they didn't care about me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Next, Lactation of Regret asks, what in lore do you think would change if both Operation Prometheus and Torpedo had a significant number of surviving alphas and betas? I've not read through that book completely yet. But I'm going to bet that if it had all of, I'm going to assume you're talking about Alpha Company and Beta Company of Spartan 3s, we'd have a whole lot more 12-year-olds to throw out the Covenant. That's for sure.
I wish we did.
Oh, gosh. I forgot about, oh, wait, no, I have read Torpedo. Oh, I read about Torpedo. Yeah, I read that part. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Prometheus. Torpedo I read. That made me cry. I was crying at my office desk after I read that. I was distraught. I couldn't believe what I had just read. Yeah, no. If all of them had survived, they definitely would have just had a better chance. Just bottom line. Lactation of Stewardship, parentheses, James asks, do you think customization should be added to banished weapons and vehicles?
Yes. I don't know why it isn't.
I think customization should just be revamped.
Yeah. Like, it's really dumb that you can only get skins and like models and stuff for exclusively UNSC weapons.
To be honest, I'm kind of wondering why they haven't done a more robust and modern take on a camo system.
I don't know. It's hard to, honestly, I when it comes to customization, I'm going to use my 1,000 credits, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Infinite has bugged me significantly. It's taken until just literally probably like 3 weeks ago to have a Spartan that I'm like, yeah, that's my Spartan.
Took me until a month ago.
It's pretty bad.
Actually, no, that took me until last week. I had to change I was like, something's wrong with this, and I switched the cores.
Well, the thing is, mine's still not even perfect.
No, you still have the wrong purple, kind of.
Why can't I just change my colors? Moving on, we're going to go down the rabbit hole.
Yep. Admiral of Lactation asks, why do you think the UNSC Infinity went down in 4 minutes? How long do you think the UNSC Infinity should have lasted? Where was the UNSC Infinity escort fleet? Do you think the UNSC Infinity launched its support fleet? I'm going to pass the fact that you asked 4 questions in one. That's cheeky.
I'm going to answer this in the way that I kind of imagined it.
Mm-hmm.
I got the vibe from the ending of Halo 5 that Infinity was just bouncing around space by itself.
But why?
Because Cortana chasing and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but would it have not gone back to I guess she might have been still connected or something. So I guess they might have purposely left themselves. But even then,
because Shadows of Reach kind of tells me that Cortana has a close eye on all of the major planets, Earth, Helios,
yeah,
the lot. Infinity is like a target priority number 1.
Yeah.
For Cortana at the time. So should have had probably a support fleet. Yes. Is it a jump to say maybe it didn't? No.
But that's the thing.
With a ship that size, it probably can move on its own. Just like the Covenant supercarrier on Reach was on its own.
May I speak?
Yep.
There's a support fleet in the Infinity. It's in the ship. It is big enough to hold frigates. There is a whole fleet of like 12 ships under its belly. That's what happened at the beginning of Spartan Ops when he's like, the word is given, and a bunch of frigates just out the bottom of the Infinity.
So my guess is they got up.
I guess. I was mind boggled watching it. I'm just like, oh, well, there it goes. I guess.
I feel like God's honest truth is the implication is the Banished sent literally everything they have on hand at the Infinity, and it was very sudden.
They didn't do a very good job of conveying that, because we know if you play Halo Wars 2, not all of them are there. So that's the part is like annoying.
But isn't it just one ship?
What, the Infinity?
One Banished ship that is at the Ark?
I guess, yeah. So if it was just the one ship that attacked,
because that one ship got destroyed, and it's like, darn, now we're stranded.
It's still annoying.
And I get it. I think it's nitpicky personally.
I don't know. I would have wanted it to go a different way.
I just thought that whole cutscene was really cool. So
it was cool. I just wish the rest of the game was like that.
Yeah. I got really hyped when that cutscene happened. I was like, this game is gonna rule.
And then it was mostly just people standing in a motion.
When I played it for the first time, though, I loved it.
So when's your second playthrough happening?
It hasn't. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no replayability to it.
The replay feels like a daunting task. I wish I could just mission select and play through all the missions again.
You can do that. They added that. This is a revelation. They added that like months ago.
I am stupid.
Yeah, if you've beaten the missions, you can go back and play them again. So next, we have 3 more. Finlay 1986, your boy is back asking, can someone please explain to me what a star road is?
Austin?
So a star road.
I can assume what it is based on the name, but
they were constructions of the precursors. The precursors used.
I was wrong.
The precursors used star roads to easily travel the entire galaxy with basically no time at all. They were used to connect worlds together. They could shut down portions of themselves so that ships could fly through them. They were physical objects. This wasn't just like a teleporting system. This was a physical bridge you could see. But the thing is, they're made out of neural physics tech that we were talking about before. And so they were subject to the halos. And so James is falling asleep. That's okay. You all are listening. So neural physics makes it so that they are immensely powerful. In fact, the flood used star roads to destroy planets. Like they were just...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the halos fired and then the star roads were basically destroyed. Not completely. There are remnants of them existing, but all of them have been disabled and destroyed. So there you go. Star roads. Milk Hammerbush, the Shameful, asks, opinion question. Was Chips Dubbo a member of the Orion Project, or did he get the librarian's special seed to truly be the main character?
I zoned out so hard. Now, what was the question?
Opinion question. Was Chips Dubbo a member of the Orion Project, or did he get the librarian's special seed to truly be the main character?
Both.
I suppose that could be both, yeah.
It's both.
I think Chips is a clone.
Well, that's just a stretch.
I think there's multiple of him.
I think, no.
He was there in Mombasa in Halo 3 ODST and
He's
on
a singular,
High Charity.
Immortal being with teleportation powers.
My idea was a stretch.
Yeah. Because how could you clone someone like that?
Oni.
How could you clone a god? Moving on.
One left. Okay, this one is actually asked to somebody else, and this is a really fast question, I guess. So how is Jenkins still a private only 27 years later after a book in Halo CE? He was in cryo a lot, and he didn't want to rank up. Moving on. Was Juul Mpoda on Reach? No. Thel versus Jaga. Question from this lactation sensation. Thel versus Jenga. Hand to hand only, no ranged weapons, just like in the duel. Who would win?
That's hard.
It's really hard.
Jaga's a silent shadow.
Jaga's a silent, and he's got that really cool robot arm with the blades on the both sides.
If this was Deadliest Warrior, I think Jaga wins 60% of the time.
That's a fun way of putting it. Yeah, I mean,
Arbiter is one of the best fighters in Sangheili history, but Silent Shadow's a whole different breed.
I mean, did you see him put that brute in a chokehold?
Like, it's pretty cool.
That was awesome. There's no ghost of old. That would be stupid. Shout out to the very first video we ever put on Battle Dudes.
Beautiful video. Let's go check it out.
We should continue our co-op run, but this time with like Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we just start over and do it as a stream?
We can do that now.
Ideas here, folks.
So, all of that aside, we've completed it. We've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart.
You're the reason that we like to do this show. I love you. If you want to join us, you can go to discord.gg/JumperScape. We're always growing our community and growing a lot actually right now. So help us grow even more. And patreon.com/JumperScape and ko-fi.com/JumperScape. You can just support us directly there. And you get yourself some really neat benefits. We have new benefits coming soon to a theater near you. And actually it's just a computer, not your theater. So if you want some neat stuff, including merch, then you can subscribe to Patreon. It's very cool, very helpful. Helps keeps the freaking show running. So thank you for that. And with all that being said, hopefully everyone will be here next time, and we'll see you then.
Bomb.
The library was produced and published by JumperScape Audio. Funding was provided by our fantastic patrons on Patreon. If you enjoy the show and wish to support JumperScape's future projects or get some sweet benefits, join our Patreon at patreon.com/JumperScape or become part of this truly special community at discord.gg/JumperScape. Thank you for your listenership, and we hope you enjoyed.